You're out here trying to keep everyone else at peace. Meanwhile, you are in pieces. If you're a people pleaser, please come to the front. Come on. We need to talk. If you constantly put others before yourself, raise your hand. If you feel like you can't say no to people because you're afraid of disappointing them, raise your hand. If setting healthy boundaries seems like a far-fetched idea to you, raise your hand. I too used to feel this way. Like I constantly had to sacrifice my peace of mind to make sure everyone is good. Meanwhile, I'm neglecting what I really feel and what I really want for the sake of other people. But while all of that is happening, who is prioritizing you? As someone who is a recovering people pleaser, it has been quite the journey to get to the point where I am now. And I've wanted to speak on this topic for so long because it was part of my identity for so long. Honestly, too long in my personal opinion. And I know a bunch of you guys can relate. Watching this creator's video finally gave me the push to discuss being a people pleaser and recovering from people pleasing. If you are the firstborn and or eldest daughter like myself, you have probably experienced constantly being there for people, always saying yes when you really wanted to say no, and just being there for people and neglecting yourself. For what? When you're prioritizing other people, who's prioritizing you? People pleasing comes in many different forms. You might be taking a specific career because your parents are going to be happy with that outcome. Or you are always that person that's sacrificing your sleep to be up to help your friends when they're having issues. Or you could just be that person at work that is always taking on way too many tasks. Your plate is always overfilled because you don't want to disappoint your boss. With people pleasing, you're always prioritizing somebody else's needs above your own. When you constantly prioritize everyone else's needs first, you are making sure that they're good because you don't want to have any conflict. Meanwhile, you have beef with yourself. You are at war with yourself because you're always choosing them over you. You are keeping everyone at peace. Meanwhile, you're in pieces. I'm going to say it again. Everyone else is at peace. They are chilling. They are happy. They are having a great time. But you are in pieces. You are exhausted. You are stretched thin. You are doing the most. When you've constantly been living your life to please others and you are going through it, it is going to take some serious work to get to a place where you can set and stand firm in your healthy boundaries. But it is absolutely possible to get to that point. Even if you feel like it is far-fetched in this moment, you can definitely get to the point where you're not constantly putting everybody else's needs before yourself. So now that you've realized that you don't want to continue to overextend yourself, you want to keep having that feeling of stretching yourself thin or constantly going through it, you are now ready to set those healthy boundaries for yourself. And with setting healthy boundaries, the word no is truly going to be your best friend. I love the word no. I know other people don't like to hear it from me now, but I love to say no thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I'm good. That will be your friend. Your close friend, in fact. When you're constantly used to saying yes to everybody, the first few times you say no may feel like you're betraying yourself, and it may even feel like you're betraying other people. But in time, you will adapt, and so will everyone else. They don't have a choice. Little by little, not only will you continue to figure out your boundaries, but you will stand firm in them. It is going to take time, but you will get to that point where you know what your set healthy boundaries are and you're not going to let anybody cross that line. But in the process of setting those healthy boundaries, people are going to test the limits. They're going to push back and see how much they can get away with, because obviously they were able to get away with a lot more before. You can stand firm in your boundaries. You can set them and enforce them with grace, and people will just have to adapt and adjust. The more you release the need to satisfy everyone, the more you get comfortable expressing how you truly feel and when something doesn't sit right with you. And obviously that takes practice, but again, you can get to that point. So as you continue on the journey of, saying no, setting your boundaries, releasing these people-pleasing tendencies, individuals are going to get upset. It's inevitable. People were used to you being one way and now you're going to be a different way. They are going to, one, either try to push back. Two, once they realize you're going to stand firm, they're going to start to keep their distance. Or the last one, they're probably not going to want to be in your life anymore because they're not benefiting off of you. And honestly, if they were only there to benefit off of you or to only get something from you, then why would you want to be around them, or why would you want them to be around you? You should want genuine connections. You should want people in your life that genuinely care about you and want to see you doing well, and not just sacrificing your peace of mind, your well-being, just so they can win or benefit off of you. Continuing, I do want to say that even when you do get solid in your boundaries, you feel more comfortable saying no, there are going to be some times where you revert and you may go back to your ways. Maybe not to the full extent, but you may revert back a little bit. You find that you are going above and beyond for somebody who doesn't deserve it. You find that you are saying maybe when you actually wanted to say no. And I just want to remind you that this is a journey. So it is okay if you experience, these moments where you don't stand as firm as you did, but take the time to reflect and realize like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. This is what I could have done instead, and then move forward. Don't fall into this, don't fall into this place of just sitting and dwelling like, oh, I should have done, like, you can't change the past. So it's okay. Like I said, just take the moment to realize what you could have done differently and then keep it moving. We all make mistakes. We all have experiences where we, wish we would have done something better or tweaked it, but just, reflect on the moment, know that you can do better, and your boundaries are there for your protection. They are there to help prioritize you. They're not there as a punishment for yourself. So keep that in mind as you continue to navigate forward in your journey of people pleasing and recovering from people pleasing. As you continue on your journey with recovering from people pleasing, you deserve peace. You deserve to say no when you don't want to do something, and you deserve to prioritize yourself and not neglect yourself. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave an orange heart. I would love to hear any of your experiences on people pleasing or recovering from people pleasing. I'm Fatimah. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.